Hey guys, it's Mrs. Rush again, trying the Screencastify for your notes. Again, like I did before, this time the notes are on multiplying decimals. Before we did adding and subtracting decimals, and now we're on multiplying decimals. Okay, so you are going to follow along and fill in these multiplying decimals notes with me as I go through them. So first we're going to do the steps on the front side, and on the back we have a few different examples that we're going to look at together. Okay, so step one. So this is a little different than adding and subtracting. Okay, so first thing we need to do, for step one, it says put the number with the most digits on top. So we're going to write in digits. So put the number with the most digits on top. So you're going to look at the two numbers that you're multiplying. And digits, guys, that just means numbers. So find the number that has more digits or numbers in it, and that one has to go on top. Okay? Step two. Oh, sorry, this is still part of step one. You also need to know that you do not, see this word here, not? You do not, I'll bold it too, you do not need to line up this over a little. So you're writing this on the line. Mine looks a little funny. Here we go. You do not need to line up the decimal points. Before we always line them up. For multiplying, you do not line up the decimal points, guys, okay? And I'll show you that when we get to the backside for the examples. Okay. Sorry again, too. I know if you're looking at this, I'm writing it differently this time. See how you're putting the word digits on the line. See how the line kind of goes away here, but you're putting it on the line. And here you're writing the word line and then the word up. Okay? All right. Next step. Step two. Once we put the number with the most digits on top, okay, then we multiply. Go a little smaller. Multiply as you would with whole numbers. Like 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 5 is 10. Okay, so multiply as you would with whole numbers. Okay, step three. We are going to make this a little shorter. We're going to add a 0. This is kind of a tricky step, so when I go through the examples, I think it will make more sense. But you're going to add a 0 that looks like this, the number 0. Add a 0 for each new number you multiply by, as needed, because you don't always have to do this. Okay. Step 4. Okay. This is going to tell you where to put the decimal point. So let me just make this a little smaller. You need to count how many numbers are to the right of the decimal point for both numbers. So you're going to look at the decimal point and count how many numbers are to the right. Okay, for each number, right of the decimal. And last step, this amount, this number you just found, tells you how many digits must be to the right of the decimal in your final answer. Okay? All right. Take a minute now and fill that in. Hey guys, it's me again. Okay, so now let's flip over to the back and I'll do the first example with you. Okay, so I'm going to try this little pencil again. It might be a little tricky. All right, I think it's this. Okay, so our problem says 3 times 7.2. Okay, so remember, step one, we need to put the number with the most digits on top. So let's look and see which one has more digits. 3 only has one number here. 7.2 has 2 digits, 2 numbers, 1, 2. So this 7.2 has more digits. So we're going to put 7.2 on top. So here I go. 7.2. Okay? times 3. And remember, we don't have to line anything up. So here we go, times the 3. We're going to keep it over to the right like this. Okay, draw my line. Woo! A little wild. All right, there we go. Okay, that's step 1. We put the number with the most digits on top. See how it's longer? 1, 2 digits. This one only has 1. And then we did not line up any decimal points. Okay. Step 2, multiply as we would with whole numbers. So this is when we do 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 7 now is 21. 21. Okay. Next, step 3 says add a 0 for each new number you multiply by. But look, guys, we're only multiplying by one number, 3. So we don't have to add a 0 here. Again, we're only multiplying by 3. That's one number. So we don't have to do another row. Okay, step 4. Count how many numbers are to the right of your decimal point. Well, let's see. All right, here's the decimal. So I have one number here to the right. See, only one number to the right of the decimal. Look here, guys. I don't even have any decimals with this number 3. Nothing. So I'm fine. I only have one number to the right of a decimal in either row. So that's going to tell us how many digits must be to the right down here. So I have to go over one number and put the decimal here. So now look, I have one digit, 6, to the right of the decimal. Same as I had up here. One digit was to the right of the decimal. So your answer for 3 times 7.2 is 21.6. All right. All right. Now we're going to try the other two together. So here we go. Thanks for listening, guys.